does the Ether Remnant count as being inside of you when you use the Yules? And I know all the BKBs have like a literal code that says even if you're stunned, you can press BKB. Like on the same frame, BKB gets prioritized. But I don't know if Carapace is like that.
All right, we're seeing a save on the side of TOOBASED now. Or a class.
It could say that they have plans to sync it with something like you mentioned, whether it be a Troll Core, it could be, I don't know, the deflecting Darkseer as an option. It's certainly not something as a response to Nyx or Warlock. It's not like, oh, we gotta get this Oracle for either. I mean, yeah, you could bail out maybe somebody who's jumped by a Nyx with just a simple ult.
I actually think it's a good solution to the Warlock. I like the idea of the Oracle because like if Warlock ults, the way you play against Warlock is not by fighting him better. You're not going to do that. Warlock is the best fighter in the entirety of Dota. The way that you fight against the Warlock is by choosing your fights better. And so with Oracle, you can actually choose your fights because you just disengage with his ult. And so I think in a vacuum, it makes a lot of sense to pick this hero. It's just the question is like, okay, how many people are getting rocked? If it's 3, it's not enough. Like it's only if like 2 people get rocked, you can save them with the Oracle.
Can you queue off the Fatal Bonds if everyone comes together?
Yep.
Everyone gather quick! Boom! And just remove all the Fatal Bonds with one little Q from Oracle.
Then Nyx hits a Ravage and you get very sad. Yeah.
No, the problem is you have to come all together and get hit by a stun or a Nyx or now a Lesh. It doesn't sound a lot of fun, but Lesh, all right.
What do you think about, like, do you think, obviously, Nyx, we talked about the Spike Carapace interaction. Do you think that Quincy Crew needs a save? Like, do they need a Legion Commander type? Like, how important is this, like, surviving Aether Remnant Arrow combo? Because we still don't know what their cores are going to be for Simply TOOBASED, aside from the Void Spirit, in all likelihood.
Ooh.
That's a good point. I think that's.
By the way, I want to drop a random cheese call before it gets too far. Or maybe I'm going down around trail here. Broodmother and Monkeys Forever. I saw him play it a little bit. The hero was dramatically changed. Is it out of the realm of possibility that they could creep a hero like that in there? And I'm just as stoked to see this pickup, by the way. I've been talking about it. Finally happy to see it hit the field with the axe come out. But I guess that will be the answer for this game. But I'm just saying, you know, Broodmother stuff.
No. I'm going to make a bold call now. This is carry axe with Manta style.
Oh my God! You're gonna give me an orgasm right now. I've been testing this build for the past 3 patches. It's gone from bad to okay to God tier. The Shard, even if you're not going for some crazy right-click build, you have to buy it every game. The counter helix, like I've said this before, I'm a broken record. A completely separate cooldown between attacking and defensive, essentially counter helix. The fact that it lowers the cooldown Berserker's Call, the Shard. The fact that it increases the percentage chance now for both defensive and attacking procs by 10%. 30% proc. This hero, I don't know why it's not being picked more. It's really good. And something that nobody talks about except for me because I'm an axe extraordinaire now, gentlemen. The Aghanim Scepter, maybe not great this game, but I have to mention it anyway. It's very good in minus armor strats, okay? Minus armor strats, axe ags, legit. Good shit.
I hate to say it. I agree with them. I agree. I think axe is incredibly undervalued. I got my my ass kicked yesterday, actually, by an axe carry, and it felt like there was nothing that I could do. I literally theory crafted. I was Luna. I was like, okay, I think I actually had to go magic damage build. I don't think I can enter the fight against this axe hero. He does like 2,000 pure damage in a single call with Manta. It's legitimately, you get a BKB, it goes through BKB. You get a Satanic, he does enough damage that your Satanic doesn't matter. You get a Butterfly, you're hitting him faster, and he's spinning more. It's stupid. It really feels like there's no counter.
The thing is,
well, there's 2 illusions.
You don't have to go position 1, though. I think having Void Spirit as your 2 just as like a playmaker, he doesn't have to be a crazy farmer. Axe will farm at a certain point once you get a couple items. So
I just think because they have Boris on their team, and he's their carry. I feel like he's a crazy, mad.
All right, I'm gonna make a call right now. I'm gonna big brain this. I talked about minus armor. Fact that PA is available and has a shard that breaks Spectre. This is a good PA game as a result of that, gentlemen. I would like to see it. Okay. If they pick it, even though they'll probably lose, I will pick them to win just because I like their lineup so much. Okay?
They could just Viper. I feel like Viper is pretty good against.
Yeah. Fine. That's acceptable. Oh, double break now.
Ooh, Mars Warlock.
Lane, the Laylis Mars. We've seen it in Season 1 plenty. Everyone else on the team is, except for MSS, kind of sporting some new picks for Season 2 so far. The last pick, nothing too cheesy or far out there.
GG.
It's the Nyx, but hey, the Nyx-Axe combo, it's been a couple of metas, but it's back again. Is there a world where you could see the Simply Two-Base lineup pull out a Game 1 win against Quincy Crew? Jenkins, I start with you.
I really do like Simply Two-Base draft. I think it's good. They have done a lot better than the other teams that we've seen drafting against these upper echelon teams. However, Warlock plus Mars. This is an unbeatable duo. You have to ban the Mars, I think. Quincy Crew wins.
You know, I love Lifestealer, but when you get to mid to late game, Spectre is just, you can't do anything against him, I feel like. So I'm going to go with Quincy Crew begrudgingly here because the Axe I am very excited for, but PA would have been better. Thank you.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get ourselves into a break because when we come back, we have to see if Simply Two-Base can somehow pull out the upset. We have Trent and PPD to bring you the coverage.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second series of the evening. Trent, joined here by Mr. PPD. Peter, welcome to the show. We got the Quincy Crew versus Two-Base, and they're already duking it out right now.
Oh, no, he's going to get leap. He's dying. No, he's just tanking it. Okay, respect.
I appreciate that. Yeah, big respect to that one. Don't ruin your early game. I guess to be fair, leap you can at least like snipe couriers and stuff these days, but
level 0.
You don't want to be that guy that turfs the lane.
Minute 0 is always just a disaster. It's like every patch is just different, right? It's like, where's the best place to be at minute 0? And now it's like this huge shuffle around the mid lane from all 10 heroes.
Yeah, and with it being nighttime now too, something that was just brought back like relatively recently, it's complete chaos.
Yeah, it really is.
As they look like they dive into our monkeys, they put the protective arrow there. It gives Monkey the rune.
Yep, 3 runes.
And he'll just run away. Nice. Okay, Flea. So there you go, guys. He didn't skill leap, and that secures 1 extra rune for them.
Yeah, and First Blood didn't go to mid, which is good. However, it did go to Spectre.
True. Fair point.
Which is not great.
She's also hanging out with her best friend here, the Warlock. Excellent lane pairing. You know, Warlock just sits in the back, throws out some heals. You got any thoughts on this here Axe that the panel was discussing at great length here and its new abilities?
I don't know. I think they were just like looking for a stun hero that monkeys like to play. I don't think it's particularly great against Warlock, which is kind of what they saw. And yeah, it's really bad against Spectre in the game. So hopefully, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, level 2 feels like it's going to be really rough if LOA has the bonds and then just throws on the Shadow Word, because like you want to play in the creeps, right? An issue.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's just, but also like in the mid game, you think about like Axe is going to blink in, or he's not going to blink in, right? He's going to get hit by Haunt, and then he's going to blink in maybe and get Fatal Bonds into Warlock ult. So
yeah, he has a lot of big AoE abilities to contest with a blink for sure.
Yeah. It's mid lane,
though.
We
got Lesh versus the Void Spirit here. Lesh is kind of popping off lately. I feel like I'm seeing it more in the off lane than in the mid, but tends to get picked like a little bit early in the draft, so maybe flex around a little bit. Overall, I mean, it's Quinn. Kind of expecting him to do very well in the mid lane, but this looks like a pretty nice matchup.
Yeah, he's pretty solid, just like ranged hero. He's pretty strong in lane. Obviously, like Edict is incredibly good at pushing towers, which is kind of the benefit of the hero. And I think that's one of the counters to the Void Spirit mid is the tower pushers like Death Prophet, Dragon Knight, Leshrac, because this Void Spirit, you know, he gets a rune and he wants to rotate, but Leshrac is just going to take your tower if you do that.
Yeah, and these towers, they feel harder and harder to take with some of these patches, but Leshrac just makes it so easy. I mean, we see everyone just sneak their way into that little tree line there by the tier 1 Radiant, and they just like burn it down if you ever leave the lane.
Yeah, I don't know if you can even do that anymore, can you?
Yeah, no, it still works. Still very annoying.
Yeah, the suicide Leshracs that are just death pushing towers with Edict, hoping nobody reacts.
Bottom lane, we have MSS contesting with the Nyx Assassin. Not much an Oracle can really do about this. There's plenty of HP regen, 4.6 right now. I think going on top lane, Monkey's having to TP out there as he was caught by those bonds, but Yeah, he'll just try and bully a little bit, and Lelis on the Axe, one of the most popular heroes so far in this patch, and for good reason. Tends to get picked up pretty early in the drafts, and it just seems like a hero that can really enable you once he hits level 6 to kind of take objectives around the map with team fights.
Yeah, I think you meant Mars, but Mars is...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, Mars is one of those like very almost like utility offlaners where he plays well against most matchups, and they did pick it blind here. It was the last pick Lifestealer, so Mars will get level 6, eventually get a Blink Dagger, and just kind of be like a glorified support at some point, depending on how well his game is going. But good team fight, and yeah, solid frontliner.
Yeah, we often get the Jug or the Lifestealer like right away when the Axe does get picked. So, or usually you'll see it picked in the first phase and they ban those two just so they can't like rage or spin out.
It's an Axe again, man. Like
what is wrong with me?
You're tripping up there now.
It's the big red guy, I guess. I don't know. I'm a traditionalist. I can't handle this new giant red hero.
I feel like I haven't seen the old Axe in so long. Everybody's got this the Immortal or whatever, right?
Yeah, this naked man just running around all the time.
Yeah, it's an alright
very
hero,
intimidating.
You know? I've seen it a couple times this patch, so. Oh, they're actually trying to gank him here. Oh, never mind.
Not quite, not quite.
Yeah, that's rough, man. They both rotated for that rune and they didn't get it. And now Quinn's going to get both runes. Sad.
Yeah, Annihilate, not a lot you can do. All right, someone go die, I guess. That's usually how you get your bottle filled. Or he can just wait a couple minutes for our numerous bounties that spawn these days.
Yeah, but the bounty's not going to spawn till 6 minutes, right?
Yep.
And yeah, and that probably means that Lesh is going to have the upper hand due to the bottle refills, and that probably means that Lesh is going to get the 6-minute rune, which he can utilize along with the catapult that spawns at 5 minutes and potentially, have some major impact.
This sounds like you're describing a snowballing effect from a single rotation into the mid lane.
And the 5-minute catapult is kind of early. Like a lot of the side laners, the supports, like this patch does seem very like lane heavy, so the supports don't rotate. I mean, the supports can rotate mid, but I think oftentimes they're better suited just to stay on their side lanes and make sure that those are going well. But definitely like that 10-minute catapult is a great timing for Lesh to start mowing down some tier 1s.
Yeah, and if there are early rotations for the Void Spirit, there's a chance that Lesh gets that big damage on the mid-tier 1, so then the 10-minute catapult might be a push on a side lane too, potentially.
Yeah, that's any lane where the catapult lives. When 5-minute catapults are coming out now, well, it might be... Oh, Emprian's in trouble here.
Yeah, I Annihilate as well. Quinn just pushing him in there with the ulti is at the same time as you mentioned they do get the kill down bottom with the Mars on the Oracle.
Oh yeah, this is what Monkey's talked about in his pregame interview, like stopping those early catapult pushes, right?
He got the courier. It just walked right into him.
Oh, that's the worst.
All right, mid lane at the same time while this is happening, though, Annihilate is getting very low and will fall to a 2-man impale there from MSS. But yeah, meanwhile, while we're watching this, Monkeys is dragon creeps all the way back to the tier 3, kills LOA's courier, now is on the run. So yeah, there's that interruption, and has the Vanguard done at 6 minutes. Not bad, considering the lane he's up against.
No, definitely not. And Axe is quite good against these like ranged 5s that can't really stop him from wave pulling. But they're going to
have one of those expensive TPs though, and yeah, they're just bringing in Quinn.
Lesh is porting, and Lesh is fast. He's got boots. Monkeys doesn't.
All right, Monkeys. Good luck on your Roche deny.
Okay, okay. Nice. Yes, the magic.
They actually did it.
Yeah, the
Fate's
Edict from Oracle.
Annihilate with a jump through. They're going to bring down LOA, but Quinn still pulling a bit here with the Pulse Nova. Yuar's in here too. They still have the Haunt for potential chase down after another arrow comes through, catches Yuar. Still pretty tanky though. He is a Spectre. Starts to walk right MSS now bullying. Everyone's just dropping low as Quinn continues to chase Annihilate. He's level 6. Will fall to the Pulse Nova.
Leshrac is so fast. 370. Like I was like,
with just brown boots.
Yeah, Void Spirit has 340. He was just getting run down.
And after all that mess, we have almost everyone in the game getting involved. Just our two friends at the bottom lane of the Mars and the Lifestealer sort of ignoring everything. And by far and away the most damage done by Quinn. He did more damage than the entirety of TOOBASED during that engagement. So early Leshrac with a full mana pool. Very helpful if you're just going to run around in circles.
I think he's filled his bottle maybe 5 or 6 times already in 7 minutes. And he's going to do it again here with the bounty. So he's having himself a game, which is kind of what we expected, right, from the rank 1 NA player.
Yeah, here he's pretty good. I hear he gets all the runes too, and that's not changing anytime soon, it seems.
Yep, it's very, very important. These are like the biggest objectives in the early game. These are what allow your mid to start rotating and making plays, and they are all over it right now.
The spear back. They couldn't combo it though. They went for something a little flashy there. Maybe could have gone that into an impale into a split earth for potential kill, but Annihilate will live to see another day. As up top though, another big arrow comes out from Flea. They'll catch you in the middle of some creeps. Monkeys trying to finish him off here. They have the call, but no, he's going to jump down to the bottom lane. Out of
Boris
there.
is down here with Orb of Corrosion.
Yeah. Oh, they actually hit the spear too. So that Ghoul Frenzy won't be enough to bring down Uar. But Boris should be just fine. No real concern coming back his way as they start to pick up a couple neutral items now for the Dire side.
Dude, Lifestyler's got to be the most boring hero. He's 2 passives.
And his abilities aren't exactly the most exciting ones either, you know?
Exactly. It's like, let me just right-click more with my abilities.
LOA getting chased over behind the tower. Some fake arrows here from Flea, those big flappy wings.
Oh,
and he manages to miss it, unfortunately. But the eventual chase down will come here. Some bonds thrown out. But even going to slam him down. Monkeys, really a tip? Come on. Come on, Monkeys. He's trying to jack up the team here. As well as comes in with the arena. Monkey's stuck on the outside next to Quinn. He falls first. Waiting for the tip back, but none to be found. As the spear will also help give Quinn another kill. Putting him now 3-0-2 at 9 minutes.
Got the Fairy Trinket as well. It's a very nice item for Lesh. And he's almost got his Boots of Travel. So expect his farm to keep climbing. And you can see the difference that what's happening in the difference in the mid laners, right? Like Void Spirit has been mid all game, mostly because he hasn't really been able to pick up any runes. And Lesh is getting active and punishing this Axe, who rushed this Vanguard, but without boots, without any he just dies to Lesh, right? If the Lesh gets on him.
And now when those Boots of Travel are done, we're gonna have Boots of Travel and Haunt to follow up on potential Vendetta setups as well as just arena setups across the map. So when he's trying to catch up on the side lanes on this Void Spirit, it's gonna be very dangerous times for Annihilate. Is another rune. It's actually in the bottom, so that will go to Quinn as MSS survives. Able to get back up to the high ground, a spear through, and now Quinn's gonna get another one here.
And wow,
Chase through as well with the dagger.
Yeah, Spectre Port mid. They're looking to try to get very active.
Yeah, that's kind of the Quincy crew hallmark, I suppose, at least from the first season, was this desire to have all their cores fighting from the very beginning of the game. They definitely don't do a lot of totally AFK stuff, a lot of jugs, and so even though Spectre's a harder carry, of course, the Haunt, you're always looking to be involved.
Yeah, but most of the time it's when your ult's up, right?
Yeah, TPs are a little pricey for that one. I'll give you that one.
He did get the Falcon Blade, which is not an item you see every day on Spectre. It definitely think it lends to a more aggressive playstyle. Yeah,
Smoke Help is coming. That was a Sentry Ward down, so they spotted MSS, even with the reduced rate. Now he's trying to drag them over to his allies, but now they're going to catch Quinn coming up the stairs. And they will get the most important one on the map, and they got it, but there will be a spear in the arena. The Infest inside of Annihilate. He hops out into an Impale. As now they're going to try to put some damage on the Boris, but they don't have enough to finish him. Now Imperium comes through with the Moonlight Shadow. Still has the Root and plenty of damage coming through as well from the Purifying Flames. They should get Lelis.
Huge.
Yeah, that was really nice too. Quinn coming up, trying to follow up on that Vendetta play, but because they had this Sentry down kind of protecting the vision, but as well as these early Vendetta plays from where Boris wants the jungle, that all gets turned around in favor of TOOBASED.
Yeah, they did a really good job of bringing... they actually managed to outnumber Quincy crew for maybe the first time in this game, and as a result, they get 2 huge kills.
And the Haunt is back up now if they want to try it again, but now in the mid lane, they will catch LOA. That's a freebie. Not yet level 6. He was just about 19 XP away there from getting his up top. Monkeys as well. Surrounded by a couple. Bit hard to escape from this one. Good luck, friend.
He never learns, man. He just keeps being in between these 2 towers.
It's Axe's home,
There's a rune. Space.
Yeah, he's been evicted several times, but yeah, indeed, space. 4 heroes mid, hitting the tower. Very surprised to see the mid for the Dire potentially going down first here after what happened with Quinn this game. He's been the one all over the map like the Void Spirit wants to be. Boris now. False Promise first. Yeah, kind of hurts to use on a Lifestealer, but when you got to save it, make sure he gets out. That's what matters. Pull back there onto Quinn, trying to slow down the chase, as they already have the preemptive heals on Quinn too, so he's ready to dive. That is level 3 on the Shadow Word.
Like Dota is sometimes all about how many deaths your carry has versus how many deaths the enemy team's carry has. So being able to save him there, that would have been a disaster for Lifesteal to go down like that.
Yeah, he's not a fast farmer, you know, very momentum heavy. It feels awful when you die in this hero because you go back to some jungle camp and you're just clicking it one at a time.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why people pick him, right? Because he's so hard to kill because of the rage, you know, basically built-in BKB. But if you don't get it off, you know, Dire's got a ton of stuns, but Oracle's in the right spot, so able to help.
Yeah, this tower's going to be pretty free down bottom. LOA even walking up there and getting hit with the Battle Hunger from Monkeys.
However, Oracle will have a much tougher time later in the game once the Spectre's online. Spectre's favorite target is those, you know, ranged backliners. Like
yeah,
Oracle
especially because
Mirana.
to mess with Monkeys, yeah, you don't even have to like commit on the Monkeys. Just the haunt alone is going to be bad enough. Now the Impale into the Spear Arena. Nice and easy, and despite all that damage they put out, it is now in fact the Radiant that are very likely to lose their tower first here. They'll have to glyph, but the Moonlight Shadow comes out. The haunt is ready. And it looks like Quincy crew want to fight this one. Yasha, Falcon Blade. Yuar's ready to get involved. Has full mana here too.
14 rune.
Oh yeah, true. Monkey's hoping he could grab something there with the sentry. They have their own to cover. The spear will miss, so Monkeys gets the arcane, but not the biggest deal. Just more important to keep it away from Quinn.
Okay. Boris going for the Deso. I like it. Armlet Deso. Lots of early damage. You know, bite through that Spectre.
Try and finish kills inside of the calls or the Aether Pulls, perhaps.
Oh, I definitely like the idea of him being like more early game centric and kind of pushing the tempo, because I think if Spectre gets too farmed, I don't really like their chances too much.
Yeah.
Really hard for Axe, Oracle, and Mirana to do much versus a farm Spectre, I think.
Yeah, being stalked a bit here from MSS, giving lots of information. I was maybe hoping for a potential Carapace play there, but doesn't have enough allies. I guess with a Haunt, maybe. There is something there, but Monkey's boldly running in.
Yeah, he's looking for farm anywhere.
What?
It's okay.
This is a little crazy.
He knows what he's doing. Give him some credit. Let's see what he's up to.
Alright, I mean, I'm just going off of past maneuvers in the top lane, but indeed he will survive. So he pressures in, wants to get the bounty room, but he draws enough heroes over that, hey, his allies get another one, so it's fine.
Space.
Yeah, and they're chasing after Lelis now, too.
Huge.
We'll have to use the arena, drives back the Oracle, starts focusing others. Now the Haunt comes through, and they get the Oracle before the ulti can come down. They will throw down the Golem as well there, though. Now Quinn chasing the damage from the Edict and the Pulse Nova. Everything running through. And that is an easy 3-hero trade. They'll be very happy. The 3 that started that fight versus the Mars will pay as they all fall.
Yep, Lifestealer did live, though, and they did get the kill, so not a complete disaster for Radiant. However, certainly not good. Oh, look at this Warlock Golem. Little samurai.
Yeah, it's pretty flashy.
That almost doesn't look like a Golem.
Yeah, I was trying to find the middle of that fight for a second. It took me a hot minute to figure out where the heck he'd gone. It's like kind of looks like a Doom.
Yeah, maybe the new Dota hero as well.
Dropping some big hints, yeah. That must be what they're up to. Quinn has the Yules, and we got 1,700 HP, so we'll see here. I mean, there's no Haunt. He's chasing through the tree line. Oh, yeah. Nice. Noble play. I mean, it's actually like 2.8 second duration anyway, so.
He's really struggling. He got this early Vanguard, and then, you know, those couple rotations top from Quinn, and he was just like, where do I farm? You know, it's like he doesn't want to fight until he has Blink, but at this point, it's just so late. Like, you expect your offlaner to have this item so much earlier.
Yeah, and it feels like Boris is kind of relying on him, too, to maybe get something done. I mean, I guess at the same time, Annihilate's also trying to get things set up, as they will have another Spear in the mid lane, followed up again by the secondary son of the Impale. And they just, like, MSS and Lelis are just on the same page this whole game, constantly getting the combos.
Yeah, it was a good choice from Lelis to go the Yules. I think it's really hard for Void Spirit and Mirana to dodge the spear because he has that item. Whereas if you went Blink, they could potentially get a leap off or whatever Void Spirit spells are called. Dissimulate, right?
It also feels like with the decrease in the range of sentries, and as well as it just being a new map, that Nyx has maybe a little bit extra value at the current moment with the Vendetta. Like, I feel like I'm seeing more scout prowess out of this hero than I used to.
Yeah, that's
giving
what.
A little bit more information, then maybe you don't need to blink quite as easy, quite as much. And they go for the Dire Glyph here to TP onto Monkey's wave.
Monkeys.
Oh, he's dead. Oh, that's brutal.
80 gold short of the blink dagger. Catching another L.
Ooh. MSS. Savage.
They lost 100 gold too, so nice 200 away. Oh, there's a bounty rune though. Maybe that'll be. He'll be close. He'll be close.
Yeah, now he's good.
Deso finished on Lifestealer, so he's pretty much good to go. But I feel like they're still waiting on this blink dagger.
It's their smoke up time though, like the Deso and the blink, and go for the big turnaround play.
Yeah, for sure. They've got Yules on Void Spirits. They've got everything they need. And they really
it's not actually that huge either.
No, it's not terrible. I mean, they're one good fight away from being in the lead. Question is how do they find it, and also how do they win a team fight versus Haunt, Mars Arena, and Warlock Golem?
That's a great question.
Yeah, they kind of need like some fancy Lifestealer play where Dire uses a bunch of damage on him and he gets an infest off at the last second and then comes back in and gets like another.
And no one
HP
touches
bar.
Empyrean the whole time.
That would also be nice. That would be.
That would be good. Yeah.
However, I think
something.
he would probably be dying instantly to the Haunt, but we'll see. He's actually going. Okay, he's got a Blink Dagger queued up on Oracle. I would highly suggest not getting that item. That thing doesn't do anything versus Spectre.
Yeah, I have seen it extremely commonly on Oracles lately, but yeah, like this is like the one hero you definitely don't want it versus.
Yeah, I feel like you always want to get like a defensive item against Spectre, whether it be like Glimmer Cape or Ghost Scepter, something that just makes you not die at the start of fights. You also don't want to just have to like cast your ult on yourself, every fight. So, all right, here we go. Blink Dagger up.
This is the infest. They're ready for it. Oh, they're stacked up. They break. They noticed they were clumped. MSS comes through, pops it. And only to call onto the next assassin. Now the arena comes through. The big stun from the golem as well. LOA just cleaned up on that Oracle. No ulti off again as now the spear on the Boris 2 holds him back while they finish off Monkeys forever. And Boris has nowhere to go. The big split earth cracks through the surface. And Boris will be the last to fall in this one. So MSS trades his life for 3. The scouting mission was a great success.
It's starting to remind me of the series I casted. I casted The Cut on Tuesday, I think it was. And they also played against Warlock Mars, and every team fight kind of looked like that team fight, where Mars casted Arena, Warlock casted Ultimate, and they won the team fight.
Yeah, I think Jenkins was making that point where he's like, you gotta ban. I think he declared the game over, in fact, when the Mars was picked.
It's a lot of team fight, and they don't really have a great answer for it. I mean, I think if they would have got an earlier Blink Dagger on Axe, they could have kind of maybe tried to make stuff happen when Mars didn't have items and Lesh wasn't as crazy farmed as he is. But
is their best option now to try and like rush it again and go for something while there's no Haunt and there's no Arena?
For sure.
No... I mean, Arena will be back, but no Golem, obviously.
If they have another smoke, they do. I think they should really try and get a pick around the mid lane so they can take down this mid tower. That'll help open up the map and give them access to Dire's Triangle.
Oh, they're going for it. I know it has an Invis rune here, but you have to remember, there's a lot of sentries down. Actually, they just walked through one. I'm not sure if they had the vision. MSS chasing through. He's going to initiate onto Flea. Oh, but they found Quinn. They jumped through. They're going to want to go for the Warlock first. Now onto Quinn. Boris.
Hits so
away
hard.
With the Frenzy. They got him. No Yule Scepter used there. Just hoping he can make a play, perhaps. Big kills
nice.
now. They move around to MSS as well.
Can they
Roche? Triple.
Can they Roche?
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we found ourselves a game.
Going for it. Let's see what they got.
That was huge. And a lot of that set up by that vision that's up on the hill there. It's been a long-standing ward there from Empyrean over by the pillar. So letting them know what's going on.
Yeah, very good on them to not be discouraged by the previous team fight. Realizing, hey, they used all their ults. Let's make it happen.
Now, how delayed will they find themselves as LOA goes for the D ward? There is a sentry near the pit that they haven't noticed, so this Moonlight Shadow does not give them the invincibility they may expect, and they will clean up that Aegis. The dagger comes through, doesn't matter.
Huge. It's also like a first Aegis you don't have to deal with on Spectre or Leshrac, which would be really annoying.
Rather terrifying. And now they're going to smoke up with 10 seconds left on the arena, so looking to set a fight right away. And yeah, Monkeys is just easy. They don't even go for the tree line. Not going to risk it. Just throw down the arena. They want their free kill first. They haunt too to try and push back any potential saves, as well as target Empyrean. again, not going to go for the ulti. He knows it's just on himself anyway, plus it's level 1, so he doesn't want the 2-minute cooldown. And his own death, I suppose, in a way, does help Boris get out of there. But quick clap back there from Quincy crew.
Playing Oracle versus Spectre is such a nightmare. Just instantly gets gone on with Haunt, Diffusal Blade, Manta style, and then he's like, do I ult myself or just... I think he was trying to maybe ult Lifestealer there, so Lifestealer could just like go in. But he just, he just took the death. However, some spells are on cooldown now. This could be an opening for Radiant to potentially go at that mid tower. They're going to find the Mars. No arrow, though.
Looks like they should be able to... Maybe... Oh, the creeps are coming through. The arrow's not there for a second. Oh, he does hit it, though.
The Vessel.
Fleet has one more lead, too. Yeah, and the Vessel as well. Oh, Fleet. How bad do you want it? I mean, he hit the Yules the whole time, too. So, good thing he did not die for that. Laos is trying to bring him in a little bit further. They will finally get some more damage onto this tower and hopefully clean it up. Glyph or not, it's not going to matter. And they're not going to try and defend here from Quincy crew, of course.
Yeah, wait till Haunt. It's really important that they find this Oracle early in fights. That can really be the difference maker for them. If some Oracle finds, somehow, gets to actually use his spells in a fight. Which I know he thinks this blink. Maybe you can blink like.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like the Haunt goes and then you get the blink off before you get hit, but seems unlikely.
Yeah, that would work because it's not a Radiance one either.
Yeah.
But yeah, still a little bit risky perhaps. Oh, the arrow manages to miss. Actually, does connect on Quinn in the back. They will instantly blow Empyrean, though. And that arena already spreading up the fight. But the arrow does result in the death of Quinn. So that kind of works out for them in the end. MSS also taunted in there. Can't get a save on himself now. Going to grab on the LOA. He has the golem. He does not want to drop with the numbers they've already lost here. But he does go for it at the end because you are stuck in the middle of them. I Annihilate way in the back with another Invisor. And this guy just keeps finding them like they're haste runes and he's S4.
They're going to go in again.
Yeah, once more there onto LOA. Of course, nothing left in the tank this time. He's going to get called down by Monkeys Forever.
Looking good, looking good. A little feels bad, man, for the Oracle, but, the team is doing well, so can't be too disappointed with that fight.
They had that ward up on the pillar again, too.
Yeah, some of these high ground wards are so broken. Like, look how much vision this ward gives, like, into, basically at the Roche pit, and then, I don't know, it's pretty absurd.
It's because of that, too, that they saw that Quinn got clipped with that arrow in the back. And they're able to they just see he's, like, fully stunned up back there and get that big jump. Now down bottom now, a Yules and a Spear onto Flea. The TP completes from Quinn for the easy cleanup.
Oh yeah, Laylis is actually really farmed on this Mars. I know I mentioned that sometimes this hero turns into a glorified support, but he's found a way to keep up in the farm, and he's actually almost got a BKB, which is a huge item for him.
Yeah, oh, in the back, MSS, the Haunt, as well as the Vendetta into the Sun, instantly take down I Annihilate. Now they want to move on to Monkeys. Oh, Boris does pop the Rage, though. Now they turn back onto him when that ends.
Yo.
Monkeys. Oh, the two of them are just trying to escape together, but maybe they can do it. I don't know if they'll be so fortunate. The only two left on the team, all their eggs in one basket, and it's a bloody one. As the Aegis will get utilized. They dropped a ward down before they die. There's something.
MSS.
Okay, all right. There's one. He's got the Satanic. Maybe he's got some plays here. I don't know if this is your RTG Lifestealer highlights, perhaps, but that's a long stun on the Spear, so he's not going to get off anything else.
Yeah, he's actually got a Satanic. I've seen this item build a couple times from carries, especially when they don't feel like they need a BKB. Kind of a, Satanic is back. It wasn't really picked up too much last patch, but he's got it. It, would have worked a little bit better there if his teammates, didn't all die instantly.
Yeah, I find my fights often go better when that happens.
Yeah, he was like the only, 1 versus 5 at the end there. Unfortunately.
I do love the way they're using this Mars, though, with like the boots of travel early on Quinn and the haunts. That's what's really enabling him to not fall back into that support place that you were mentioning, where he can just keep getting these free setups anytime someone's alone on the map, and as well as I guess the global movement of MSS too, where he's trying to help figure out exactly what they're up to. They have another deep ward here too, placed by LOA.
Nyx and Mars are just hunting this game.
Oh, look at this smoke gonna get popped. Oh, MSS left. Yeah, popped right away on the ward. Sweet smoke. That was short-lived.
Smoking without Lifestealer seems a little sus, so maybe it's for the best that they didn't go there.
also still have the golems there as well, so things swinging back pretty hard in favor of Quincy crew. As the next Roche may respawn in about 2.5 minutes here. Maybe another chance for TOOBASED to take a fight and try and rein a little bit more control back their way, but as noted, you know, it's a Spectre lineup, so the later and later things go and the less and less control you have, this game's looking a little bit tough.
It depends. Like you can catch Dire's lineup, you know, with their ults down, and if Roche spawns at, you know, very timely spawn, they've got a DD now on Nakes, like could be a game changer. They get another Aegis on Lifestealer. They also get the Ag Shard off the second Roche, which is pretty good on Lifestealer. Gives him his open wound spell, which is pretty solid.
We'll see if they also get the coveted neutral item of the spider legs.
All right, Haunt's up. They're smoking.
We're just freely farming. Oh, Annihilate might be the one to get it. And he is under a sentry, but it doesn't matter. Not enough time for him to react.
Oracle.
Save from the false promise, though, but the ult comes through. Godlike already for Yawar as it drives back the raiding team. They got Boris. He's bashed up there, trying to fight his way out. He's healing. Monkeys comes in. 2-man call. They're on to Quinn. Oh, they can almost switch go, but the Impale comes over from MSS, and he's getting back to the Bloodstone heal. Quinn's alive, throws out the lightning, and they're back onto Boris. Oh, it looked like Monkeys had to turn and burn. But a nice save from MSS comes through. My bad, says Monkeys. And Lelis, he's got another spear here. We'll see if he can make a miracle happen. Oh, he's even got a Yule soon here, too. The BKB has to be used from Annihilate to survive. Oh, what a timely bash there from Yawar to help save Quinn.
Yeah, this is the timing where, you know, Spectre doesn't really look that bad against Lifestealer once he gets items like this. Really just the basher, all the difference. And then Lifestealer's mana gets drained, so he didn't actually have mana to use Infest on anybody.
Nice thing about Spectre, too, is one of the heroes that wasn't hurt as hard by the Abyssal changes. I mean, you still don't want to rush or anything, as they get another free spear on Annihilate, but with the lack of the jump anymore on the item, it's something that at least you can upgrade to and not feel terrible about on Spectre, potentially. Just because you're haunting on people anyway. Monkeys, another call onto Quinn. Still doesn't have the cooldown back or the mana available for that Bloodstone. But Empyrean dropping low once more will fall. You are 12, 0, and 7. And they'll move back towards the buildings and start taking some objectives while they're up here.
Yeah, really clean game from Yawar. Like, I don't think I've seen him make really any major mistakes at all.
This draft is just so cohesive. Like, everything just makes sense. Every hero plays into the other. It has that nice solid foundation of the Warlock and the Mars that you can like set your whole game around, but then on top of that you get the layers of the global reach and the scouting from the Nyx Assassin. As well as just very good team fighting too that they've performed with their combos.
Yeah, when I think of Flea, I always think of him playing Mirana, Earthshaker, or maybe Shadow Shaman. However, I don't think that Mirana or Shadow Shaman are like the best 4 positions this patch, and it's something they went to right away with their 2-3, right? They went Mirana, Void Spirit, I think.
Yeah.
And he had a decent early game, but it's like Mirana's kind of a laner, and when Axe does the wave cutting, there's not really a great place for Mirana to go.
Yeah,
and as a result, like, he gets really underfarmed.
I still like Mirana with how much I'm seeing her and everything, but I would agree that in terms of like the pairing, like that's not what she usually succeeds with. She wants someone she can play with a lot, not someone who wants to be by themselves.
Yeah, so action here. Oh, they got Boris.
Yeah, no rage in time there. And Empyrean, he is nowhere nearby. He's zoned way back in the river, so there won't be a save. Gonna lose Monkeys forever there too. Flea hops into the trees to try and flee his way back home, and he will get there. The self-Yules, I believe, there from Lelis. Trying to quick cast something there, I'm sure.
All right, so Quincy are going to take a set of racks here. They could also maybe potentially push bottom, or they can go back for Roche, which does spawn in 5 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see how bold they're feeling. I'm sure they, from our perspective, they can pretty easily take bottom, I would say. But it depends on how safe they're feeling. I mean, they're still holding the Golem. The arena's back in 15 or so. Has his BKB set there too, so I can appreciate the confidence here. They also have the Solar Crest now to help with their pushing, in case Leshrac wasn't fast enough. Yawar will be hitting a little bit faster, and now they'll leave. Happy with 2 lanes.
What do you think of this Warlock Shard?
Pretty damn good. I also like the Holy Locket. I've been seeing that a lot on the Warlock too.
I've actually seen a couple Holy Lockets this patch as well. I saw it on Dying, and then I also saw it on Winter Wyvern. That was actually pretty good. The freeze, it was significant amount of HP being healed.
Yeah, I've seen it on Witch Doctrine a couple of games too. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I mean, the build-up feels nice.
A tithe to the impurities.
I did note that even with the Shard on Warlock, it's not worth skipping the level 20. I tried it one game. I regretted it big time. Definitely just go for the golem on death. I know. It was a mistake.
Oh my.
I had to know how broken the heal could get.
An hour of your life you'll never get back.
Yeah, it was all my own fault too. It was a major throw.
You lost?
Yeah, no, I lost. And we were like totally owning too.
So,
and then I took that Talon, and I think I got like 2 more golems off that game.
You got cursed.
I did, yeah. It was deserved. I have no regrets.
So, I think Radiant's about to die. They're trying to contest Roach, but there's no one in the pit.
Maybe they can get the big annihilation here.
Oh,
He's still holding the infest. Now he hops out. Stun there, but there's the golem down on top. Still holding the arena, but the arrow, it comes through. They caught Lilith, but no one's targeting him. They're trying to finish off LOA instead. He will go down, but now Quinn, rampaging through the team fight. The arena now does drop low. Get Empyrean. He's already used his ulti, though. But Boris, dropping low, will fall. Some good things for them in that fight, but unfortunately, it won't be enough to take a victory at this point, as they will call GG. And Quincy crew, pretty clinical victory. Not an outright stomp everywhere, but
there were some moments for Radiant. They made some plays. Yeah. They didn't just like play the game and say, okay, guys, this is one of our tough matchups this season. Like, we'll get them next week. I thought they played okay. I think they're. Yeah, watch out for the Spectre if you're going to pick two range supports like Mirana and Oracle. I would say for game 2, the Haunt was just devastating.
Yeah, it completely messed up all of their movements, really. And some of their heroes in particular, like Monkeys, too. I mean, someone who's trying to initiate off of some of these plays. Like, if you're not getting the jump first, the Haunt's just going to make that impossible. So we'll see if maybe they can try and figure out something a little bit better in that like early game, too. The rune control, obviously, was a pretty big issue as well. So several things for Simply TOOBASED to take a look at as we head into game number 2. So we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back with the panel for you lovely folks at home.